Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach.
And I'm Pepper.
Today we're giving our first impressions of Steampunk Rally Fusion. So yeah, this is a game that we ended up getting. I think I had originally looked on when it was on a Kickstarter campaign or something, because I think the original Steampunk Rally had already been out, but this one just looked like it had some cool dice and cool metal cogs and stuff. But I don't think I ended up ever getting it. And then you ended up getting...
Yes, Steampunk Rally Fusion Atomic Edition Deluxe, which is both Steampunk Rally Fusion in one box with those metal cogs, which I couldn't resist. So ended up getting that, and it had been a while. We played it right away, pretty early after getting it, but that was over a year ago, and we finally got back to it in this A to Z challenge, and got back to it with more than just 2 players, which I wanted to do since it's a race, and that just feels like it should have more. So we got back to it, and I've really enjoyed the 2 plays of this. I can't remember the first one as much, but I remember enjoying it, and this one as well I enjoyed a lot. Just the engine building and trying to, because it's not like you get a bunch of dice handed each round. You have to actually discard the cards, kind of like in It's a Wonderful World. Trash the cards to get resources. You can trash them to get dice here. And you just need to build that engine to possibly turn those dice into more dice, and then eventually turn dice into movement along the track.
Yeah, I would agree. I remember liking the first play quite a bit, but I at the same time, for some reason, we never got back to it. So I was really excited to get back and play this one again in our Alphabet Soup Challenge. And yeah, our second play of it was really pretty good, I thought. And it made me want to play this one even more, because it does have that Wonderful World engine buildy feel to it, where yeah, you're drafting 4 cards each time, and you either trashing them or adding them to your machine to hopefully use them to either move or create dice for you possibly, or remove dice for you, maybe give you some shields, some various different things. Just a lot of really cool stuff. And then I know in the game we played, I had a pretty good combo that kind of, this one let me take blue dice off of another machine, but then that machine let me take yellow dice off, so I could kind of clear that yellow one, because I think that was also giving me another benefit as well. I think it was either movement or shield or something, so I could kind of re-trigger those multiple times, which was really cool. And I think you'll kind of get that in this one from time to time, and yeah, it's just really cool. I would say probably my least favorite part would be some of the cards can be a little take-that-y. I get it. I think that's part of the, I don't know if it's like that wacky races or something like that, but it might have that kind of vibe to it, so I can see why that's in the game. And sometimes you do have a chance of drafting them and you just choose not to. So that's kind of your own fault if you don't do it, but I will say that kind of hurts it. And then kind of in our game, I think because I had like that good kind of combo synergy, my turns were sometimes taking a little bit longer trying to get the dice exactly kind of how I wanted them than some other players, and then it just kind of halts for that other player, and then they feel like maybe you're doing a lot, and I could see that being kind of unsatisfying if you're not getting kind of things that group together, because I do know sometimes I'd be, I think for the longest time I did have that blue piece that would either get me 2 yellow dice or replace 2 or take off 2 yellow dice, and I just could not find a yellow machine, so I could see that kind of not being as satisfying if you weren't able to get that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Otherwise, I really love the engine buildiness to it.
Yeah, and I just love the map and just the way it all works and kind of the damage you can take on the map. And there's also shortcuts as well, but you kind of have to be just strategic in how to enter those, because maybe those are a little more difficult. You need even more movement, but to save you from taking that damage, which could just like obliterate your machine. But it just feels like whenever you make progress, even if it's like 2 or 3 spaces on the track, it feels big. Just churn out your whole engine, do this for 2 movement, and you're satisfied with it. And I think that's great to actually feel that, because I could see some games, I could see this, I was worried that you're doing all this, is it really going to feel rewarding? It could feel fun activating all this different stuff, but it's actually going to feel like, oh, and it paid off. But it does in this game for me.
Yeah, it has in the plays that that I can remember. So yeah, I'd probably put this one at about a 7.25 to 7.5 for myself, and definitely looking forward to getting it back to the table.
Yeah, I think I'd give this probably
an initial rating. Anyway.
Yeah, initial rating. I'd give this an 8. Looking forward to exploring it, the original game, the Atomic or Fusion edition, as well as all the different maps and modules to add.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, those are our first thoughts on this. You can check out an unboxing video of this as well. It'll probably be linked in the description below. But otherwise, we hope to see you on that video. And as always, don't forget to
keep on nibbling
on our content.